Hi, my name is James Tuten, and I'm a realtor with Dalton Wade Real Estate Group in St. Petersburg, Florida. And real estate has been a passion of mine for a long time. Another passion of mine has been barbecue. I love barbecue, love traveling around to see who's cooking what. So when I'm out and about, if I see some smoke blowing, I will pull in and get a sample of whatever they're cooking. But today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to cook up some St. Louis ribs, and I'm going to do a little self-challenge here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook on a Char griller Smokin' Champ 1733, which is a fire burn. So I'm going to use some charcoal and some oak wood. And then I'm also going to use the Pitt Boss pellet smoker, Pitt Boss Pro Series 1100. And I'm going to use those two just to kind of see how the two sets of ribs turn out. So I'm going to try to flip this around for us. Give me 1 minute and I'll give you a look at what we're cooking on today. Okay, so we've got the Char griller and we've also got the Pitt Boss Pro Series. Right here is the Char griller. Like I said, it is a wood fire, charcoal fire with the side box on it, so it's going to burn through the side box, shoot the heat and the smoke up through the main chamber. I'm going to set the ribs on in there. I've already got the charcoal getting ready. I do have some oak wood here, which I've got quite a bit more if I need it. Over here I've got the Pitt Boss Pro Series, which is also a gas grill on this side if you'd like to do some gas grilling. This is a pellet smoker as well. So on my pellet smoker, I think I'm going to run it somewhere between 225, 230-ish, maybe 240-ish. We'll see how it goes. On my Char griller side, I'm going to try to moderate the temperature, work on the temperature. This is one thing. I haven't had this one very long. As you can see, it's burning real hot right now. So I'm going to see if I can't get that temperature down before we get the ribs on there. And let's go take a look at the ribs. So here are my St. Louis ribs. They just came out of the package. They haven't been trimmed up or anything. I'm gonna do some minimal trimming. I think I'm gonna leave some of the extra meat on the back of these, but I am gonna try to get that silver skin off the main ribs there, get that off, and then we'll bring you back in after I get the knife and trim these up. So I mentioned the silver skin. If you see this piece of skin here, this is what a lot of people who do ribs pull off. Some people don't. What I have found is that if I don't pull this off, sometimes there might be a little pull or tug in the bone areas. Some people don't mind it, others people don't. I've cooked them both ways. I think on today I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull some of this off and cut some of this off just for the cook that we're gonna do today, and then we'll go from there. So what I wanted to show you here is this set right here. I pulled some of that silver skin off the back of the rib bones there. As you can see over here, this one's next. Just wanted to show you the difference. And again, you don't have to pull this off. Some people do. Most restaurants do. Most traditional old school barbecue guys probably don't. I'm gonna do it today just to maybe help my cook a little more. All right, so I've got a rub that I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle on here real good, and then I'll just pat it down, make sure I've got plenty of this on both sides and everywhere. And then again, I'm just gonna kind of pat it in there, flip these over. And again, this is kind of my way of doing it. Obviously, everybody's got their own way they like to do things. I'm gonna go ahead and put plenty of rub on here, just so once they start cooking, they're gonna be on there for a couple hours. My cook time today, I think, is gonna probably be 3 to 4 hours. We'll just take a look at them after about 2.5 hours and see what they're doing. I tend to like, and I've started wrapping my ribs and some other stuff that I've done with butcher paper. So that's one thing I will do on both of these, on the Char grill as well as the Pitt Boss as well. All right, so I'm gonna go check my fire, and then we're gonna take these out to the grills. All right, so I'm back outside. I'm checking my Char grill here. I have added some oak to that. You can see the smoke is already starting. Still burning hot, so that's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. And then I'm gonna kick on the Pitt Boss in just a second. Okay, so as we said, we've got some smoke already forming here. So we're going to go ahead and get the ribs on. I'm going to set the ribs as far away from the heat as possible. So my firebox is down here. I'm going to set my ribs all the way to this side. And smoke's going to work through the plume on the other side. Hopefully that'll help my temperature. Since again I'm still working on trying to keep the temperature down on my char griller to moderate that temperature so it doesn't get too hot. All right, now over here I've got my Pit Boss Pro Series 1100, and I'm going to go ahead and put the ribs on there. I'm going to set that on top of here. The burn box, or this is our pellet box here. The fire is down below. There is a damper. I'm going to keep that damper shut just to keep as much heat off the bottom of the meat as possible. At some point when I check this in a couple hours, if it looks like it's cooking too fast, I'll put the other grill on top, or the other set of grills on top, and I'll move it up a little bit. But for right now, we've got it set at 230 degrees. As you can see down here, it's all digital. I can also Bluetooth it, look at it on my phone as well. It does have some probe inserts on there so that you can actually stick some probes in here if you like to. It's a full setup, so it's a really good model. Really has cooked really well. Right now, as you can see, it's working on the igniter. That's going to get the pellets moving, get the fire burning, and the smoke blowing. And then we will check everything in a couple hours. As you can see, both the Pit Boss and the char griller are both smoking good now. So we're going to give it some time, and we'll check these things in a couple hours. So I came out a little early, and I ended up wrapping the ribs that are on the char griller because they were cooking fast. I'm having a real hard time moderating the temperature, so they're cooking a little fast on this side. So they are wrapped now. We're going to let them cook wrapped for hour and a half, 2 hours or something like that. And then we'll unwrap them and unveil the finished product there. On the Pit Boss, this is what we're looking at so far. Right now I'm running at 250. I increased the temp just a little bit. I want to get them done just a little earlier. 250 should not affect any tenderness or anything like that. So we'll check back here in a bit. All right, so we pulled the ribs off the grill. This one was from the Pit Boss smoker, and this was from our char griller. So we're gonna cut into those and see what they look like, and we'll do a taste test. All right, so we cut into these. This one here is from the char griller. They're done pretty good. So they got a little tug to them, but they seem to be coming apart pretty good. Let's give it a taste test here. They're pretty tasty. They're a nice smoke taste to them. Let's move over here and take a look at the Pit Boss. Now, as you can see here, these are just fall off the bone. So the Pit Boss consistent temperature really did a good job cooking through these. And so you can see that this is just pulling straight off. And that's got a great flavor as well. So I think the key for me is I got to figure out how to get the temperature right on that char griller to be more consistent on this set. But thanks for watching. Again, this is James Tuten. I'm with Dalton Wade Realty. If you have any questions on real estate, give me a call, send me a message, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so we wrapped up eating some of the ribs there off of both the char grill model over here and the Pit Boss, which I've already cleaned up and got the tarp back on, the cover back on. Both were very good. Again, if you've got any suggestions for me on how to keep the temperature more consistent on the char griller, wood burning, charcoal burning smoker grill with a side burner on it, let me know. I could use the suggestions. They were both very good, both very, very tender. The Pit Boss came out a lot more tender, I think, because of the consistency and the temperature through the whole cook, whereas the char grill was real hot at the beginning and the temperature started to come back down as the cook went on. And again, I think I also had a little too much smoke flavor in there just because of the wood and how I was burning it. Maybe I got to work on how to get that fire more correct as well. In any event, love cooking, love being out here on these grills and these smokers. If you have any suggestions, like I said, go ahead and forward those on. If you do have any questions about real estate in St. Petersburg, Florida, Tampa Bay area, I'm your go-to realtor here, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a message, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.